Imagine if you couldn't hear the groans or the shuffling of feet, the telltale signs of a zombie apocalypse. How would you survive? Picture this, you're in a world overrun by the living dead, your survival dependent on keen senses and quick decisions. But there's a twist you can't hear. The soft, eerie moans of the walking dead, the ominous shuffle of decaying feet, the low growls that signal danger, they are all silent to you. This is the unseen challenge of the hearing impaired in a zombie apocalypse. Sound plays a pivotal role in any survival scenario. It's one of our primary senses, alerting us to danger before we see it. In a zombie apocalypse, the ability to hear could mean the difference between life and death. The faintest rustle, the softest footfall, the gentlest of groans. These are the sounds that warn of an approaching zombie, giving you time to react, to fight, or flee. But what if you couldn't rely on this critical sense? It's a scenario few consider, but for the hearing impaired, it's a stark reality. The world of silence they navigate daily becomes even more perilous amidst a zombie apocalypse. Their risk is heightened, their challenge is unique, yet this doesn't mean survival is impossible. The hearing impaired have honed other senses, developed alternative methods of communication and awareness, skills that can be invaluable in a world overrun by zombies. It's a different kind of battle, one fought not just against the living dead, but against an environment designed for those who can hear. It's a fight for survival, for adaptation, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The stakes are high, but the human spirit is indomitable. Let's explore how one might navigate this harrowing situation. It's about time we delve into the world of the silent survivalist, the tools of the trade, the importance of community and communication, and finally, the survival of the silent in a world that's anything but. In the heart of danger, the silent survivalist steps up. Who is this silent survivalist, you ask? Picture a person just like you or me, but with one distinct difference. They don't hear the world around them. They experience it in a unique way. This individual is hearing impaired, living in a world of silence. But don't be mistaken, their silence doesn't equate to weakness. No, quite the opposite. In the face of a zombie apocalypse, their hearing impairment becomes their strength. Their world, devoid of sound, has trained them to rely on their other senses, sharpening them to a razor's edge. Visual cues become paramount. The twitch of a curtain, the rustle of a leaf, the subtle shift in shadows, all can signal imminent danger. Their eyes, forever scanning, forever alert, become their first line of defense. But sight alone isn't enough. Our silent survivalist also has a heightened sense of touch. They can feel the faintest tremor in the ground, the subtle change in air pressure, the gentlest quiver of a spider's web. These tactile signals, imperceptible to most, can mean the difference between life and death for our silent survivalist. And then there's the sense of smell. The rank stench of a decaying zombie, the odor of a fresh kill, the scent of a human presence, all become vital pieces of information. Even taste plays a role, helping to identify edible from inedible, safe from potentially harmful. Our silent survivalist is a master of adaptation, turning what others might consider a disadvantage into a finely honed tool of survival. Their world may be silent, but it's far from quiet. It's a world buzzing with information, teeming with signals, ripe with cues that guide their path to survival. In the heart of danger, when the world has gone mad and the undead walk the earth, the silent survivalist steps up. They navigate this world not with fear, but with a fierce determination and unwavering resolve, and a unique set of skills honed by a lifetime of silence. The silent survivalist, with their heightened senses, turns what could be a disadvantage into a potential survival tool. In a world where sound is not an ally, what tools can a silent survivalist rely on? This question brings us to the heart of our discussion today. Tools of the trade. Firstly, let's talk about alarms. Traditional alarms rely on sound, which is not feasible for our silent survivalist. Instead, they could opt for vibration-based alarms. These devices send out strong vibrations that can be felt, alerting the user to potential danger. In a zombie apocalypse, this could mean the difference between life and death. Next, mirrors are an invaluable tool. A mirror can extend one's line of sight, making it possible to see what's happening behind you without turning around. Imagine you're scavenging for supplies in an abandoned building. A quick glance at a handheld mirror can alert you to a zombie lurking in the shadows. Of course, communication is key. Even in a zombie apocalypse, there's strength in numbers. That's where sign language comes in. Sign language allows for silent communication. which is not only important for those with hearing impairments but also crucial when silence is of the essence. The last thing you want is to attract a horde of zombies with your chatter. Furthermore, a flashlight with a strobe function can serve multiple purposes. It's a source of light, yes, but it can also be used to signal others from a distance, or distract and disorient zombies. And let's not forget about tactile maps. These are maps with raised lines and textures that can be felt with the fingers. In a world where you can't rely on auditory cues to orient yourself, a tactile map can be a lifesaver. Finally, a survivalist needs to be prepared for physical confrontations. Training in martial arts, specifically ones that focus on tactile response like judo or Brazilian jiu-jitsu, can be immensely beneficial. With the right tools and strategies, our silent survivalist is not just surviving but thriving. Preparation, adaptation, and innovation. These are the keys to survival in a world where silence is golden. In a world overrun by zombies, communication is key, but how does a silent survivalist communicate? The answer lies in the strength of community and the universal language of understanding. Consider this. In a survival scenario, community is everything. It's not just about banding together for safety in numbers, but also pooling skills, resources, and knowledge. For our silent survivalist, being part of a community means mutual support and shared responsibility. It's about establishing connections and fostering relationships that go beyond mere survival. So, how does our silent survivalist communicate within this community? Well, it's not only through spoken words that we communicate. In fact, the majority of our communication is nonverbal. Think about it. A nod, a smile, a frown, or even a simple hand gesture can convey a wealth of information. Our silent survivalist has become an expert at nonverbal communication. A pointed look, a meaningful gesture, a deliberate motion all become part of their language, their way of reaching out, connecting, and contributing to the community. And then there's sign language, a rich and complex language that uses hand shapes, facial expressions, and movements to express thoughts and ideas. For the silent survivalist, sign language becomes an invaluable tool, a lifeline to the world around them. It's a way to share ideas, express concerns, and even crack a joke or two in the midst of a zombie apocalypse. But communication doesn't stop there. Written communication too plays a crucial role. Notes, maps, diagrams all become precious tools in the survivalist's arsenal. It's a way to leave messages, share plans, and ensure everyone is on the same page, even in the midst of chaos. Communication, it seems, is not just about hearing. It's about understanding, a skill our silent survivalist has mastered. In the deafening silence of a zombie apocalypse, our silent survivalist has found a way to thrive. In a world where the moaning of the undead fills the air, the challenges faced by those who cannot hear are numerous and daunting. Yet it's important to remember that survival isn't just about hearing, it's about adaptation, resilience, and ingenuity. Let's think back to the obstacles we've discussed. The reliance on sound for zombie detection is a significant hurdle. The undead's characteristic moans and shuffling footsteps are often the first warning signs of danger, but for those who cannot hear, these auditory cues are lost. So how can they compensate for this? By sharpening their other senses, the heightened awareness of movement, the increased sensitivity to changes in light and shadow, the ability to feel vibrations in the ground. These can all serve as early warning signals in the absence of sound. Communication with others is another major challenge. In the chaos of a zombie outbreak, clear and effective communication can mean the difference between life and death. But when the spoken word is not an option, alternative forms of communication must be utilized. Sign language, written messages, gestures, these are all tools that can bridge the gap when words cannot be heard. Lastly, let's not forget about the importance of community. In the face of a zombie apocalypse, survival is not a solitary endeavor. It's about banding together, supporting each other, and pooling resources. For the hearing impaired, this means finding a community that understands and accommodates their unique needs, and so our silent survivalist, armed with heightened senses, a toolkit of alternative communication methods, and a supportive community can not only survive the zombie apocalypse, but thrive. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that in the face of adversity, we adapt, we overcome, and we endure. In the face of a zombie apocalypse, it's not just about hearing the danger. It's about feeling it, seeing it, and most importantly, surviving it.